Crown him with many crowns. Hymn number 13 up on the screen if you need a hymn 13. Crown him with many crowns on the first, the third, and the fifth verse. Crown him with many crowns on verse 1. Crown him with many crowns, the Lamb upon his throne. Mark how the heavy anthem drowns all music but its own. Awake my soul and sing of him who died for thee, and hail him as thy matchless King through all eternity. Crown him the Lord of life, who triumphed o'er the grave, and rose victorious in the strife for those he came to save. His glories now we sing, who died and rose on high, who died eternal life to bring, and lives that death may. On the last verse, crown him the Lord of love, behold his hands and side, rich wounds yet visible above, in beauty glorified. All hail, Redeemer, hail, for thou hast died for me. Thy praise shall never, never fail throughout eternity.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good to be here in the house of the Lord. And we're hopefully everybody's going to come in here. I told our visitor over here, Brother Andrew from Washington, D.C., that folks kind of get here last second and a little late on Wednesday. And I see some more folks coming in here, so that's a blessing. And good to have Brother Andrew with us all the way from Washington, D.C. And you're not going to believe this. He's a good friend of Brother Ed Habals. No, I think you'll believe that part. And it works just a little ways away from where Brother Matt Sigstad works over there in Washington, D.C. So what a blessing to, we'll be able to say hello through him. You'll be sure to say hi when you go back. All right, that'll be great. So looking forward to that. Well, we're in the book of Psalms, reading our way through here, and it's been a blessing. And we're in, well, let's see, Psalm 45. Psalm 45, Pastor Kana read through the last part of Psalm 44, Psalm 45, and beginning in verse 1. My heart is inditing a good matter. I speak of the things which I have made touching the king. My tongue is the pen of the ready writer. Thou art fairer than the children of men. Grace is poured into thy lips. Therefore God hath blessed thee forever. Gird thy sword upon thy thigh, O most mighty, with thy glory and thy majesty. And in thy majesty ride prosperously, because of truth and meekness and righteousness. And that right hand shall teach thee terrible things. Thine arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies, whereby the people fall unto thee. Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. Right scepter. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. All thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia, out of the ivory palaces whereby they have made thee glad. King's daughters were among thy honorable women. Upon the right hand did stand the queen in gold of Ophir. Hearken, O daughter, and consider, incline thine ear. Forget also thine own people in thy father's house. So shall the king greatly desire thy beauty, for he is thy Lord, and worship thou him. And the daughter of Tyre shall be there with a gift. Even the rich among the people shall entreat thy favor. The king's daughter is all glorious within. Her clothing is of wrought gold. She shall be brought unto the king in raiment and needlework, and the virgins, her companions that follow her, shall be brought unto thee. With gladness and rejoicing shall they be brought. They shall enter into the king's palace. Instead of thy fathers shall thy children, whom thou mayest make princes in all the earth. I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the people praise thee forever and ever. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Good to be here in the house of the Lord, and looking forward to a good service tonight. Brother Bowen, would you pray for us, please, sir?
Dear Lord Jesus, please be with us tonight as we seek to honor your name with praise. Take our petitions to you in prayer, dear God, and learn from your word. These things we ask, dear Jesus, in your name. Amen.
All right, hymn 342, Only a Sinner Saved by Grace. Only a Sinner on the first verse, verse number 1.
A little nervous about needing to take a furlough at this time, but just asking your prayers for them as they lead the church in his absence. Also, the church is getting ready to be organized there, looking at their membership guidelines, the church covenant, things like that. So you pray about that, and then, of course, as they'll begin this furlough, remember them in prayer as well. I know they'll appreciate your prayers. And do continue to pray for Brother Bowen's dad, veteran missionary to Ecuador, and been working with Spanish missions in the States. Really has serious health problems, so remember him at this time. Okay, let's receive the offering. Good to be able to give to the Lord. And I'm going to ask Brother Cody to pray for us.